Okay, hey, welcome everyone. So this is another video from Akeelah on the Akeelah Trader System. And so here in this video, I'm going to kind of highlight some of the capabilities of the Trader System and kind of show you what is going on behind the scenes. So, one of the most important things and most strategic things about our trader system that is unique to a lot of other trading bots and things like that that's on the market is the multiple capabilities that we have. So, our system is capable of trading multiple pairs in multiple directions, multiple time frames, all simultaneously, and all of the indicators and strategies and things like that that are necessary for the system to run are all built in there together, including the trade management system, which once a trade is taken, the bot automatically manages the trades and and takes profits and partials and all that kind of stuff. And so one thing I'm going to show here is I'm just taking a look at the gold chart, and typically this is just what a blank trading chart looks like. But I have loaded back here one of our profiles with the trader system here to show you this is what the bot sees. And so while we see a blank screen like that, what's going on, what's already encoded into the Akeelah trader system is um, uh, multiple different indicators and all different metrics that is using to constantly analyze the market to see what's going on. And so among these, there's several EMAs that are in here. These are just a few of the EMAs, these lines on here. And also we have a TDI. We have our own proprietary TDI that we coded based on just really scouring hundreds of hours of data across multiple trading pairs. And so we have our own TDI system that's built in. The bot is also analyzing price volumes, ADRs, ATRs to see what the average true ranges are, and those kinds of things. So those are the things that the bot sees that's going on behind the scenes for it to make some decisions. So one thing I'm going to do here in this video is we set the bot up to take some trades on several pairs based on getting this kind of visual perspective of what the bot was looking at. So again, this is gold. This is this time frame here. I'm actually here on the daily, and so let me find my crosshairs here. So back during this time here, coming to the end of June up to July, one of our systems that's coded into the bot is a zone finder. We call it the Akeelah zones, and so it's looking to find support and resistance zones, and we use that as part of our supply and demand zone strategy, and some of the other strategies that the bot is using. And so, right around this time here, on let's see what date this is, June 29th, on the daily chart, we realized that gold came and created this demand zone. And so this is again is an algorithmically calculated zone that the bot is using just to determine to say, hey, there's some significant buying volume and price action that's stepping in here that's creating buys. And so what we're looking for in this case is when we see this initially created, and the bot will start scanning and looking for things over a period of time. But what we were manually doing here is seeing that once price pushed away from this and came back to this, that's the time that we're really looking to activate our trading strategy. And so this happened around the 5th and going into the 6th of July. And so that happened on gold. And so that was one of the trading pairs that we wanted to activate for this time period. We're going to set the bot to trade multiple trading pairs over a week's time and just basically just let this thing run and come back and look at the results of that. So gold is one of those. One of the other pairs that we selected, let me get this out of the way, was I believe was Euro USD. And Euro USD, the same thing. If I load my chart on here, excuse me, this is what the bot would actually see. And around this time period, it was pretty much the same time, around July 6th. So we had several different pairs that we saw that we wanted to trade around this time. Euro AUD is another one. Let's find it here. Euro AUD created that actually a little bit later. So that was later for Euro AUD. But we saw this time period around here. So that's another one that we use. And I believe one other one was AUD. And there's some other pairs that's in here, but I'm just going to focus on a few of these to kind of give you an indication of what we were looking at. So same thing here on AUD USD. He created this zone somewhere back here near the end of June, came back and revisited it here. This is on the 4 hour time frame for AUD USD. So around this July 6th time frame is when we set the bot up. And so what we did was set this up to run several different trading pairs. And some of these pairs you can see across the bottom here. We did not run every single one of these, but we ran several of them. And I'll jump over to look at some of the trading results from that. And let's see. So this is the time period that we had it run from from July 6th, 2023 to July 13th. And so among the trading pairs, I'm going to pull this up and so we can actually look. And these are actual results that's traded in a live account. And let's see. Let me sort this first by the pairs so we can look and see all the pairs that we traded over this period of time. Let's go them in order. So AUD USD, took several trades on that one. Euro AUD, EJ, Euro JPY, Euro USD, GBP CAD, GJ, GBP NZD, traded some of the indices. And not all of these were the focus of what we were doing during this test run, but we did have the bot set up to run and trade some of these other things. Some of them we were testing settings on a variety of different settings for. So you can see all these different pairs that the bot was trading. Again, the main purpose of this was to show the capability. So all of these different trading pairs, however many I'm up to now, 8, 10 or so, whatever, however many it is, the bot was trading all of these simultaneously for that 1 week time. And the size of this account, account was around $14,000. And so over that 1 week's time, the bot netted a total of $2,600. So I'm going to look at the total results from there. And so these are all the transaction results. And so you can just see the tons of trades that the bot took, again, because we're trading multiple pairs. And this is trading across several different time frames. Some of these ones, like the indices, we were trading these on the 5 minute time frame. Some of the pairs like AUD or USD CAD, we were trading those on the 15 minute time frame. So we have a list of recommended trading times that we have seen that tend to work best for different pairs. And so we offer those to everyone who's subscribed to our trading system. And you have access to that. But these are some of the ones that have been traded. And so as I scroll through here, you can see all of the different trade types. So we have 5 different trade strategies that the bot is running across, again, 10 plus trading pairs across this whole week's time period. And you can see the different types of trades here. These are scalp trades, supply demand zone trades. And some of these trades we've since renamed and kind of given them a different name, but the strategy is the same. Standard trades, day trades, more scalp trades. This list just goes on and on and on. And so all these different trading pairs, and you'll see, so this is just through July 7th. And so we're going into July 8th and 9th, I think was a weekend. Back to the 10th, we picked back up, trading again. So a lot of these trades, again, all of these are running simultaneously. And so a lot of results. Either way, I'm just going to scroll down here to the end. Here, the total P&L for that was $2,600, as I mentioned before. So one of the important things I'm going to note here is by, again, trading multiple trading pairs. And a lot of these, the bot is trading in both directions. Sometimes simultaneously, sometimes it's only trading bullish and only trading bearish, just based on the settings that we have. We have the capabilities to do either or. You can choose to set the bot to only trade in one direction or can trade in multiple directions. It doesn't matter. And so, some things I want to point out here is the total drawdown here was only $750 for the total time. So we started approximately $14,000. I think is where this got. So the total drawdown was only $750. And you see, we initially had some momentum, pulled back a little bit, gained some more momentum, pulled back a little more, and once again, some of these strategies, the bot was taking trades on ones that we were pretty much just letting it run on its own. But that's a pretty significant result there. Only $750 drawdown. You can see the results here. The total profit trades were about 46% profitable. But what's overall, but what's important here is the profit factor. And so the profit factor, this was a little over 1.3. And at a 1.3, you can see the average profit trade was about $58, where the average loss trade was a little less than $40. So the bot, by taking these number of trades, and it took a ton of trades, 417 trades, but that's again because we had it for this particular time, we had it set to trade on the lower time frames. So trading on the 5 minute chart, sometimes the 1 or 15 minute chart, is going to take a lot of trades. We can minimize those number of trades and probably increase the ratios by trading on a higher time frame. But this was again a demonstration to show some of the capabilities there. Okay, so what I'm going to pull up here is some of those pairs, and we posted some of these results on our traders channel here. So I'm just going to pull up the results from some of these. This is the AUD USD over this time period. And so it's kind of hard to tell from that other screen what the trade results are. But these are all from AUD USD from July 6th through July 13th. And so that's a net of almost $1,300 from that. Let's go to the next one. Next one, Euro USD, was almost $400. These are the trades from that one. Did not take as many trades. I think we were trading this one on the 15-minute time frame, I believe. Next one, Euro AUD, another smaller result. And you see some of these here where the bot is losing trades. The thing that I want to focus on in here is some of these smaller trades here. So our trading system has the capability of, once it enters a trade, it's still scanning and monitoring the market to see. And so lots of times when we see some of these trades with small losses or sometimes small gains, it is the trading system is recognizing that, hey, for whatever reason, this trade is not going in the anticipated direction. And so we're cutting the losses short, or sometimes taking profit small. But still, overall good results from that, around $260 from that one. And then this is gold, almost $1,000 from gold. And so the the trade settings for gold, I'm going to go into a little more detail there because I'm going to try to include in this same video here. Maybe I'll just highlight gold in here to see how close the simulated results were to the actual results for this. And so back again to the top, I'm going to stop it once we get back up here to gold. And so the total results, almost $1,000, roughly there. And so I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to open up the strategy tester and show. So those were live trade results, actual trades taken on an actual account there. But I want to kind of highlight something here. And so let me go back and open up the strategy tester for gold. I thought I had it loaded on here already. I've got it loaded in one of these. Let me just view the strategy tester. Okay. So here for gold, I'm going to go in and look at the settings here to show basically what we were trading during this time frame. And so under the properties, again, our capabilities are just are huge with this overall trading system. And so what we were trading during that time was um, all five trading strategies here. Again, some of these have been renamed. They're renamed now to Trend 1, Trend 2, Swing, Momentum, and Supply and Demand. The strategies are exactly the same. It's just the names are a little different. So over here, where it was a standard trade, that is now called a Trend 1. A swing trade is still swing. Day trade is our Trend 2. And the scalp trade, we saw that over here somewhere. That scalp trade is now called the momentum trade. And so we were trading all five trading pairs, strategies rather, all five strategies. Our risk, this is very important here. The risk was just 1% for this time. So we set this risk to be 1%. So every time it took a trade, we only were risking 1% of our account each time it took a trade, per strategy. We're trading these on predominantly trading gold during this time period on the 5 minute time frame. So these first three strategies, the Trend 1, Trend 2, and Swing, these are more of our basic strategies. And these were trading on the 5 minute time frame. The two advanced strategies that we have, the momentum and the supply and demand, the time frame for the momentum one, we set that to the 1 hour. And this is all based on our recommendations. We have a published list again of recommended settings. And so these are the recommended settings for gold. The supply and demand zone, it depends on our recommendation for that one is to trade this either on the 5 minute time frame or on the 1 hour time frame. And so, again, all of these work better when they're in the trend direction. And so that's the settings that we were trading gold. We were only doing the 1% risk. And also important, we were only trading gold during the New York trading session time. And so trade times that were specified here for this particular broker, we were only using the trade time between 1200 hours to 1830. That is approximately 5 a.m. That is 5 a.m. Eastern time or New York time, 5 a.m. until 11:30. And so we told the bot to only actively look for trades during this time. This is gold. This is when the majority of the volume of gold is moving. So that's when we set the bot to trade for that time. So let's go in here and we can run this strategy and kind of see what the bot would be seeing or what it was seeing. So we're going back and replaying this in hindsight after it's already taken these trades. So let me start this. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go back to the chart here. Okay, let me find what happened. To my screen. Oh, it's up here. Forgive me. Okay, there we are. Okay, so now let's start that. And I'm just gonna put the things back on here. And so this is how it started with July 6th. And so remember the trade times, we have it set to where it is not going to start looking for trades until 1200 hours. And so I'm just going to speed this up so we can hurry and get to where we're going. And again, this is just gold. Okay. And so now we just came to 1200 hours. So at this point, the bot will start looking for trades. Okay. One of the first things we see, let me slow this down a little bit. The very first trade is we recognize a sell opportunity here. And this was a supply demand zone strategy. And so this is, again, a visual of what the bot is seeing. You may not see this on your screen because, again, these metrics and indicators are coded into the bot. But the bot recognized this, and we took a sell here. So we took a sell here on gold. Looks like we hit one TP, two TPs. Um, Here's a third TP. I guess that's another sell that's being taken. This kind of dropped very fast on me, so I wasn't able to capture all of those. But I'm going to keep moving. So here we're still in sales here. So that was a supply and demand zone. This was a trend one sell. This is another sell. Here, a swing sell. So for right now, we're in several different sales on gold. So this was what was going on the early part of July 6th. Okay. Now, this looks like we just took a short term buy. And so this buy, so while these sales are still going on, we're still in a trend based sell, but the buy recognized an opportunity to take a short term buy here. We entered the buy here and just hit the first TP at this point. Let's keep going. Okay. So now this same uh, buy is in place. And now we just took a sell, a momentum sell. So there's a couple of different strategies. And sometimes these strategies are seemingly playing against each other, but each strategy is coded to look for its own separate price action. And so it's not uncommon to see that. So now this particular one here just closed out. This was one of the sales from back here that we took here because the market did not continue to push down. The bot recognized the price action here and saw that this sell did not look like the momentum was going to continue that way. And so we exited that trade. So exited that one a little bit earlier. So that's one of those ones where I pointed out here, if I go and look at what the results were from this, so far, yes, we closed this out only at a approximately $8 loss. So instead of letting it go and hit the stop loss, the stop loss here was 1928.52. It looks like. Instead of getting all the way to the stop loss, we actually closed out at like 1911. And so that's pretty good. That's what we want to see the bot do. Okay, let's continue. And I'm going to try to speed through this a little bit. So right now we're just consolidating. We still have a couple of sales that are active. That's another one that just closed out. Okay, and now we're in the middle of the morning or the night. And so the bot is not actively looking for trades again until 1200 hours. But we're still in the trades that we were already monitoring. It's still monitoring these current ones. So some of these just closed out. Look like I got some small losses. Okay, we're coming back up to 1200 hours again. Okay. All right. And so now, maybe almost an hour into this, we recognize another sell opportunity here. This is a supply demand zone sell. Ah, hit the stop loss on that one. Let's keep going. Okay, another sell. Okay, at this point, the market's just kind of playing around. It's ranging a good bit now. So we're trying to come down to hit this first stop loss. Okay, we closed out of that sale. So the bot recognized that that trade did not look like it was going to continue the momentum. And so we exited. It did not determine that it was going to hit the take profit. So we got out. Okay, we're coming back to the another day, 1200 hours. Okay, took a sell and took a buy. So now we're buying. And these are take profits up here. These are stop losses down here. Okay, we're back to the end of the day again. Okay, so we're still in these buys from down here. The market's kind of ranging, but the bot is still holding these buys. Just hit one, another take profit target, hit another take profit target. And I want to point out here, we've done this in several other videos, but once we hit take profit targets, our first take profit target, the bot will automatically move the stop loss on the remaining positions to break even, at least one of the two remaining positions. Once the second take profit target is hit, all remaining positions will move to stop loss, will move the stop loss to break even, and the bot will hold that trade until it determines that the momentum. So when and if it determines this buying momentum has ceased and is starting to die off, then it'll exit these last buys. Until then, these are the stop losses. Okay. And again, these are just some of the metrics that the bot is using to do this, but we're still holding this buy. Looks like one, we just took a sell back here and another buy. We're still holding these. So still holding these buys while looked like it took a short-term sell up here. And so I pointed out that we did choose to trade gold in both directions here during this time frame. And if I can get to it without making this video too long, we'll see what these results are and also see what the results would have been if we had only traded this in the bullish direction, which that would be the ideal direction based on the price momentum that we saw going into this time period. But here to demonstrate the capabilities, we let it trade in both directions. Okay, we're buying again, small sells, small buys. This is coming to the last of the full week. Okay, so we're done. All right. And so if we look at the report here, the overall results was $919. So that's pretty close to what our actual results came out to be on gold. I think that is here, 996. So we actually earned 996. The predictor would have been, and using the strategy tester, it estimated we would have made $919. So very close. With a trading system like this, it's very important that you can see consistency between what the strategy tester is telling you the results should be and what the actual results are. And so we spent a lot of time in coding this bot and testing it and trialing it and everything to make sure that when we simulate, we run simulations in here, that they should very closely mimic what the actual results are. And so that's pretty good. And so now I'm going to the last thing I'm going to do here with gold is to show, I'm going to go back to the chart and say, because what we were able to see here, and again, if you have the bot, you're not able to visually see this. The separate, we have the Akeelah zones indicator is a separate indicator that you can get to help you just identify when and if some of these shifts may be coming along. And so if we had identified this back here, back in before this time period started, we would have been trading gold only in the bullish direction. So we see what our overall results are here. a total of just under $1,000, 900 or so, a 1.75 profit factor. Let me go and simulate that if we had only traded this in the long direction, that same account, only in the long direction, what those results would have been. And I'm not going to let this run this whole time. I'm just going to turn it uh, back on. I'm going to put it in turbo mode and just let it speed through here. But you can see much less activity because we're only looking for longs here. And so we should have only been trading gold in the bullish direction. So I would expect to have substantially better results. And we did. So instead of $900 or so profit, we ended up with $1,600. Very small drawdown. Again, only $29 or so drawdown there. And in the long direction, this is very critical here. In the long direction, we would have only taken 36 trades and we won 97% of those trades. So out of 36 trades, out of 36 total trades, we only lost one. And so that's pretty good. That's excellent. So hopefully this kind of demonstrated what our capabilities are, and we will post this video in as part of the uh, just overall data and information on here showing the bot's capabilities. And hopefully you will see the benefits of owning the Akeelah Trader system and come join and trade with us. Okay, thank you.